Hey there, and welcome back. Today I am with my electric car from the 1980s. This thing has 19 lead acid batteries in it, and it's about time that I do some maintenance. So let's take a look at one of my other electric vehicles, get the battery serviced on that, and then we'll come back to the Lectra, which will be a little more difficult to service. The first batteries I'm going to service are here in the Skyjack. I use this thing here at the shop all the time. This has 4 lead acid golf cart batteries in it. I'll need to check the level in them, and I'm going to be putting in only distilled water. So first I need to remove all of the caps. Looks like this battery has bulged out. In fact, it looks like all of these batteries have bulged, so I may need to replace these soon. If we look down into these batteries, you can see the water level is just getting to the top of the plates, so I got to this just in time. You would not want the level to drop into having those plates exposed, or the batteries will get ruined. So if you're going to do this job, check this first, and if the water has dropped below those plates, you must fill it first. And if not, charge up your batteries, and then only refill your batteries with them fully charged so that they do not leak out after you have serviced them and then charged them up again. So if you look at these fill ports, there's a tab right here, and I'm going to fill up the water to the bottom of this tab. So currently the water level has dropped quite a bit, and if you were to overfill these, they're going to have a tendency of leaking. You can see this one must have leaked a little bit right here. Throughout this video, I'm going to use a bunch of different tools and show you what might be the best option for you in servicing your batteries. The cheapest way to fill these batteries is with a bulb like this, or you could use a turkey baster if you have one sitting around. Just stick it in your distilled water, suck the water up, and then we can very easily control the level and get it up to the level of the tab. It took a couple of these bulbs to fill up just that one cell, so to do this whole battery bank, it would be pretty slow with this device. So if you have a golf cart or a machine like this where the batteries are very easy to get to, I recommend getting one of these. This has a nozzle on it that you will push down, and it will actually automatically fill your battery to the correct level, and it cannot overfill it. So it's pretty easy. You can see it doesn't leak. Just put it over your fill cap, press it down. I can actually feel the bubbles coming into this. And when I feel them stop, that means the level is at the correct level. These cells do take a lot of water, so it's still going. Okay, it's stopped. Let's take a look in the battery and compare the one that I did to the one the filler just did. If you look at the one that I did, I filled it up just a little bit past that tab so that I was sure that the water was up there. It looks like the filler put it in exactly the same place, so the filler is doing a good job of setting the battery level quickly each time. So I'll just get all the rest of these filled up. It looks like this generally did a good job of filling all the cells to the right level. I think that if this was clear and I could see the size of the bubbles coming out, it would make it a lot easier to use rather than going on feel alone. So if you can find one of these that is clear, I would recommend that more than these colored ones. I'll get the caps on, and then this one is done. If we open up the hood on the Lectra, you can see there's batteries all over, and there are things blocking us from easily accessing some of the cells on these batteries. That's why we need to use a couple different techniques in order to service these batteries. All of the batteries that drive the car are lead acid golf cart batteries, but there is one LiPo battery that supplies the 12 volt for lighting, radio, things like that. This one is not serviceable, but we will need to attempt to pop off all the caps on these You can see having some problem with this cable wanting to hold this one down. So getting to all of these may not be so easy. I was only able to get the caps removed on 3 of the batteries. That one there and that one right there. Even on this one, with disconnecting this, I still can't get that cap loose. So I'm going to have to take my wrench and undo a bunch of these cables and adjust them a little bit so that I have access to remove these. In the 3 or so years that I've had this car running, I have not serviced these batteries at all. And looking down in there at the level, it looks like I got this just in time. The water has not reached the top of those plates yet, but this vehicle was well due for a service. Took a little fiddling, but I was able to get all of the cables adjusted so that I can remove all of the caps on all of the batteries. Using our trusty bottle will be easy for some of the batteries, like this one right here. But obviously, I won't be able to easily get down into these cells here, so I'm going to need a different option. This here is a bottle with a hand pump on the top of it and a really long hose. So I can set this here, take the end of my hose, pump this by hand, and now I can fill up those cells that I can't easily get to. But this is going to get pretty tiring and take a while if I have to do them all by hand like this. So something I wanted to try was this electric transfer pump. Has a nozzle just like at a fuel station. And then the pump's on and off switch is right here. So I can set this down into a bottle of water and hopefully just fill up my batteries like I'm at a fuel pump. Unfortunately, if I take my standard bottle of distilled water, the end of the pump does not fit into it. The pump will, however, go into the bottle that the hand pump also had. So let's try this out. Turn the pump on. Looks like it's leaking a little bit up here, but let's try it out. Oh yeah, that's fast and easy. There's a little water that comes out of the hose after I let off. So I want to let off of the valve a little bit before it's full. But this is making really quick work of filling these batteries. There we go, 2 batteries done already. I think this is the ticket. See if it can get back behind there. Yep, no problem on these hard to reach ones. All right, all the batteries are filled. This thing can really go through water. It took approximately 3 of these bottles worth of water, and this is by far the fastest method of filling up the batteries. And not only is it the fastest, but I can easily access any of the cells that are in hard to reach places. So if you have a lot of batteries to do like I do here, you might want to invest in something like this. There's a bunch more batteries in the back that I still need to do. Luckily here in the back I was able to move the cables around enough that I did get all the caps loose. Now I just need to fill these up. Now let's get it charged up. The charger's going and the percent of charge lights are on. It will blink red while it's charging, then it will go yellow and eventually green once it's all charged up. That's going to be it for today. If you want to see more videos on this electric car, comment below and click subscribe.